Greetings, my friends and listeners, to another episode of Classic Radio Mysteries and Adventures. I am your host, Jordan Avon. Today's episode is another offering from the 1950s science fiction radio program Dimension X and is entitled Kaleidoscope, a story by Ray Bradbury. Let's begin.
Adventures in time and space, transcribed in future. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction, bring you Dimension X. Like a silver fish in an endless tank, the stars in black velocity swirling by. Inside her case, tiny, finite specks of humanity controlled the tremendous power that impelled her so relentlessly toward the other galaxies. Who were these men? What mad, fantastic need and desire that caused them to abandon Mother Earth and venture to the ends of the universe?
Captain Hollis.
What is it, Stone?
Magnetic storm. Get ahead, sir.
Any aperture?
About a 100-mile gap between elements, sir, but shifting rapidly.
Switch on the radar screen. Let's have a look.
Yes, sir. There are asteroids in it, Captain.
I see that. Thank you, Stone.
Sir?
What?
Can you change from course?
What for?
For storm, sir.
If I decide to change course, I'll issue the order.
At the rate we're approaching, it'll be too late to issue an order.
Mr. Stone, do I need to remind you who's master of this ship?
Look, sir, there are 25 other lines to be considered besides your own. Those asteroid shipments are our capacity.
That's enough, Stone.
Now, look, Captain.
Return to your post.
Captain, for God's sake, don't be pig-headed about this. There's a magnetic storm getting ahead. Are you going to risk the lives of others so you can hang your hat on some lousy interplanetary record? We know this means a lot to you. Sure, you can be fleet admiral if you beat those Asiatic ships to Venus. That's fine, but we value our lives.
I happen to value my life just as much as any man aboard this craft, Mr. Stone. But I wasn't brought up to be a lily-livered dare-nothing. Now get back to your post, or I'll have you court-martialed. Well, Mr. Stone?
Okay.
Okay, what, Mr. Stone?
Okay, sir.
Impudent young pig.
Maybe he's right with us.
Well, you stick to being ship's doctor. You ain't good at that. I'll navigate this fish.
You're the captain. Only I'd hate to pile up on some little asteroid, especially when a simple thing like changing course.
Simple thing? Do you know what a change in course would mean? The slightest deflection would throw us a million miles off at this speed. It took days to get back on the vector. By that time, one of the Asiatic ships would have landed on Venus and claimed the whole blasted planet. We're in a race, John.
Well, suppose they did claim Venus. There's nothing but rocks and jungle anyway.
Isn't that the idea of someone beating it?
You know, Lewis, I always get a little bit jittery when men are willing to die for symbols.
Oh, cynic.
Get Mollis.
Mollis. What is it, Lester?
The radar tracking shows us hurry up.
What?
Keep your screen, sir.
Good Lord, the whole blasted storm has shut it down. Engine room.
Listen, sir.
Fire up your starboard cyclotron.
Aye, sir. You can't make it in time, Lewis. Listen to that radar down.
Shut up. Now hear this. Now hear this. Condition red. Fasten your spacesuit.
Starboard cyclotron at capacity.
Open the fission chamber. Emergency glass.
Aye, sir. Those were those asteroids besides the ship.
Will you shut up?
It doesn't sound good, Lewis.
Another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Oh, it's a meteorite. Good God. Look out!
Stone, is that you? Captain Holler. We struck an asteroid. Ship blew up.
Anybody else around?
I don't know. I can see some spacesuits floating in space not far from me, but I don't know if they're alive.
Maybe they just don't hear.
Their radios are working, they do.
Hello? Hello, somebody.
Doc, is that you?
Lewis?
Yes.
How you doing? Anybody else alive?
Stone.
Oh, Doctor. Oh. Are you all right? Okay so far.
That's three of us, anyway.
Lewis,
Yes?
we seem to be moving away from each other. That's right. I can hardly see you now.
It's the momentum. So we're all thrown in different directions. Since there's no friction, we'll pick up speed.
You think there's some way we can stick together at least?
I'm afraid not.
If there's no friction, then there's nothing to stop us.
That's right, Stone.
But then we'll just keep falling. Maybe forever.
Not forever. You'll fall until you get into one of the gravitational fields of some planet. After that, you'll fall toward the planet.
Mother in heaven, what a way to die.
Nobody's going to die. Those Asiatic ships will be along this way. We can radio to them when they get in range.
Aren't you forgetting something, Lewis?
Well, what's that?
The commanders of those other ships may not be quite so willing to run through a magnetic storm. They may have all the course. They won't come within a million miles of it.
Well, let's take our chances on that.
It's a long way down. A long, long way down.
Let's have no talk of that kind, Stone.
I don't want to die.
Stone, I said, can it?
Stop.
What?
This will leave me a watch. Don't take it to your rifle on me now, but you'll be 6,000 miles away in another hour.
So help me, I'll have you court-martialed when we're picked up.
It's not Kaleidoscope. Nobody's going to be picked up. I've got a few things to get off my chest before we lose contact with each other. Don't let it drop it.
Let him talk.
You ship was a bad ship. You were a bad captain. I hope you break when you hit home.
Thanks for the goodwill, Stone.
That isn't all. I believe there are different kinds of death, Captain. Surface are different kinds of lives. Yours should be pretty interesting because you can never hear. No.
Let him.
When was the last time you had an honest human feeling, Captain? Oh, but you don't even remember it. I can't picture a capable of any kind of strong feeling. Do you have a wife, Captain? I'll bet she won't miss you one bit. Children?
I have a son, little boy.
Maybe he'll grow up to be a hero like his daddy. A hero with a piece of stone where other men had points.
Are you quite finished?
I said it. Also, I'm not. So long. I headed to the sail. Somehow I don't like the idea of falling into the trap. Maybe to take a quicker way out. No, don't be a fool. Got to smash the faceplate on my helmet and let the accident escape.
Stone, don't do it. We're going to be rescued. Stone.
See you all in some other universe.
He was headed for the sun. I can barely see him now.
Look, like years for me. Perhaps how about you, Lewis?
I'm headed for... Oh. Funny, isn't it? That I should be going back to Mother Earth this way. I'm nothing but a human meteor, Charles. When I hit the Earth's atmosphere, I'll burn like a match. Charles. Charles, can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Pretty season now. We must be several thousand miles apart.
We should be able to talk for another 20 minutes or so if we're falling away from each other.
What are you thinking about, Lewis?
I was thinking about Stone. What he said.
Not that yet, sir.
You know, in a way, he was right.
He was insane. The shot knocked him off balance.
No. Each of us dies in a different way. Each of us has his own life to look back on. Huh? I don't know. It sounds like... Lester. I don't think so. told that the sending unit of the radio is working, but the receiving unit is damaged.
Hello, anybody alive? Is anything like Harry Lester? Hello? Well, ain't there somebody that talked to me at least? Lester, can you hear me? No. Listen, anybody. If you can hear me, this is Engineer's Mate Harry Lester. We had an accident. We were... Oh, what excuse.
He doesn't even know we can hear him.
Poor Jones, I forgot to switch on the receiving unit.
Well, there are three of us again anyway.
There isn't much comfort. Maybe some going to get back.
Don't be a fool. They're going to be picked up. They must. I must. I've too much to accomplish in life to die like this. A fellow like Stone or Lester, they come a dime a dozen. But I was in line to be commander of the whole fleet. You know what that means, Charles? Commander of the hemisphere.
No, I don't know what it means. I never wanted to be commander of anything but myself. And I never even came close to that.
Helen was counting on us. Stevie, too, in his own little way.
It's hard for Helen. Stevie's too young to understand.
He'll know. He'll know when he went out with his ship. Like a man. They'll give him a medal.
It's not beginning to think that maybe Stone was right about Charles.
Huh? What do you mean?
Nothing.
No, Charles. I want to know. We've shipped together a good many years. You never told me what you really think of me. Whether or not you've envied my success. I'd like to know now. We've nothing to do but talk anyway.
I have never envied anything except the fact that you're falling back to earth, Louis. I've admired you as I admired some sort of perfect machine. But that's where it stops. You know the trouble with you, Louis?
Well?
You can't cry.
What?
You can't cry.
Well, men don't cry, only children.
That's what I mean, Louis. You can't cry.
I don't know what the devil you're babbling about.
I'll skip it.
No, look here, there's
I had a
something...
wife on Mars. I had a wife on Jupiter. And I had a wife on Venus. Every one of them had money and treated me swell.
What's he babbling about?
I don't know. He seems to be talking about it right. It's not telephone, dear. Oh, Roxy. She didn't know about any of them others. Roxy. Nearly 15 years and she's still like a schoolgirl. Henry's a boy, too. What are you doing now? Roxy's not some mischief. I don't know what Roxy thinks of her. I said to myself, now, my son, take good care of your mom and don't get fresh with the girls. It's certainly if you didn't wink at me and smile that weird smile of his and say, bye, Dad. Take care of you, come back well. Mom, we miss you terrible much. Oh, well, Eddie, mister, you can't complain. You had the best of it and some to spare. Simple soul.
Too simple. Why?
Because he has all that to hang on to. Women always bless me. I ran from them. Always wanting them and jealous of men like Lester for having them. And jealous of him for being able to spend money without fear and feel as much happiness as he could have in his own wild way. Haven't you ever wanted that?
Don't be a fool.
That's the thing I feel Lester is that he lives in the present. He gets into the experience of the moment. You and I, Louis, we live in the past and in the future, but never in the present.
Could we change the subject?
I thought you wanted to talk.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Charles? Charles? Charles, are you there? Charles, answer me.
I just switched my antenna down. I'm sorry.
Well, don't do that.
Afraid to be alone?
I've never been afraid of anything in my life, and you know it.
I wonder.
Why doesn't he shut up?
Louis.
What?
Louis, I thought you told me you were meteor swarm. Some little asteroid.
Meteors?
I think it's that moonstone cluster that goes out past Mars and swings in towards Earth once every 5 years. It's right in the middle of it now. It's like a big kaleidoscope. I'm going to repeat, Louis. Tell the Kaleidoscope you're high. You gave it a twirl. That's what I'm proud of now.
Keep talking. I can barely hear you now.
You're taking me off, Louis. Oh, no.
Charles! Charles, don't leave me alone like this! Charles! 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 Lester? Lester? Lester, can you hear me?
I got necklace and gambled away $1,000.
Why don't you shut up?
Then there was the time Roxy and I made love on the stand down at Oldgate Bridge.
It's all over, Lester. Just as if it never happened.
And Annie, you've no regrets, really.
What good does it do you, you fool? When everything's over, it's not good anymore. You're no better off than me. Look at what I've accomplished.
Roxy.
You floating there, languishing over some skinny, misbegotten slut of a wife. My wife is beautiful. Understand? Beautiful. Like marble.
Well,
Like chiseled marble.
you'll find yourself another man. She'll have some more good times.
No, she won't. She'll be faithful to my memory. Helen! Helen, you will be faithful, won't you? You'll never forget me.
She's always
I won't listen. I switched off my radio. There, that's better. You're alone now, Captain Hollis. Alone with yourself. And your thoughts. And your memories. Going back to Earth like a human rocket. And remembering. Yes, Helen, it's me. Have you?
Didn't you know?
But I thought... we quarreled.
Oh, I've forgotten about that.
I had some trouble, Helen.
We won't talk about it. You're home now. That's the important thing. Stevie is so excited.
Stevie, where is he?
Right here, darling. Stevie!
Hello, son.
You're going to stay there. You're going to stay there and we'll go fishing and play fortune.
Well, Stevie... Yes, I would, son. I won't go away. He's quite a little guy, isn't he?
Finally getting together with him.
What do you mean, Helen?
You've always been so... Well, detached from him. Sensitive and creature. All he ever wanted from his living was just a little affection and respect to it. Just a little respect for things he felt and wanted.
I've been a good father. Nobody can ever say I haven't been a good father. Certainly not you, not after what happened.
Don't get upset. Please, I'm trying to bring us a little closer together.
I've given him everything a boy should have. Toys, boxing gloves. I've taught him to hunt and take care of himself.
Yes, you've done all those things.
Well, then,
Well, sometimes when he's come to you, he feels so alone. All he wants is for you to put your arms around him and reassure him, that's all.
he's going to be a man. I don't want him to be soft.
What is it, Louis? What is it about being soft that makes us fine?
Pussy's a soft.
Try for soft.
Now, don't start that business again, will you?
I'm trying to make you understand.
I understand what you're trying to do. You're like all of them. They want to make you a woman. Like them. They want to drain you of your manhood so they can control you. Manipulate you.
You won't understand, will you? You won't understand me or anybody else, including yourself.
Now you're talking very well.
There's not built a wall between us, no, it's not this time. We have it all planned when you came back. We did not sleep. We had a spot where we used to swim. In the moonlight, you could see the water all luminous and green. And then we had picnics out of there, just you and
I'm sorry, Helen. I'd like to, really. But, well, I'm shipping out tonight. I've got a new command, a new ship. Having lunch with the Admiral this afternoon. This is an important thing, Helen. This is the most important thing that ever happened to me.
More important than going to swim.
You don't get a chance of being fleet commander every day. You can go for a swim anytime.
Yes, but we never do.
Oh, look, honey. Ever since I was a cadet, I've been pointing toward this job. It's big. If I'm a success, you can name your own ticket. Big house up in Connecticut. Chauffeur. The finest schools for speed.
I want you, Lewis.
Now, don't be unreasonable.
Don't you be unemotional.
What?
Don't be unemotional.
I don't understand.
No, I don't suppose you ever will.
Let's not quarrel. Why do we always end up quarreling? Well, it's almost time now.
Let's try it once more.
Goodbye, Helen. Say goodbye to the boy.
Goodbye.
Helen. Where are you, Helen? Helen? Oh, no, I must be going out of my mind. The whole thing was nothing but a dream. Only I had someone to talk to.
Captain? Captain Hollister, is that you?
Lester?
Yeah.
No, it's just another part of the same nightmare.
Captain Hollister, can you hear me?
Why must I be tortured like this?
Captain, if you can hear me, for heaven's sake, answer. I found a tube loose in this receiver. I can hear you talking to yourself.
Lester, is it really you?
Yes, sir. Thank heavens, Captain. Are any of the others still alive?
Others? No, all gone. Stone went to the sun. Dr. Carter went off with a meteor swarm. The others are scattered all over the universe by now. I've had it right for Earth. I'll be in the orbit soon.
It's good to hear your voice, sir. I was going insane all by myself here. Seems like I've been singing and talking the old bloody night.
We heard you. I'm glad we can reach one another.
Yeah, me too, sir.
Are you really glad, Lester? I should think you'd hate and despise me.
Why, sir?
I could have saved us all by changing course.
Well, the way I see it, Captain, you did what you believed in. That's the way each of us has to do.
Thank you, Lester.
Yeah, how long do you figure we got, sir?
Not long, I'm afraid. At least not me.
It's a terrible thing, ain't it, Captain? I mean, knowing you're going to die and not being able to do anything.
At least you've got pleasant memories.
Me, sir? No, I never imagined we'd ever been. I should think you had some good thoughts to remember yourself.
I never lived, Lester.
Sir?
It's true, I never lived.
But you were wise.
We were strangers. We never knew each other.
Sir?
It's done. Lester, would you believe it if I told you I'd never put my arms around the boy and let him know how much I loved him?
It's hard to believe, sir.
It's true.
It's hard to hear you talking like this, Captain. I always envied you your position. You were commander.
I thought so too, but I know better now. My whole life was nothing but a running away from my own feelings. I had everything I really wanted. All I had to do was reach out my hand. There was Helen, Stevie, pleasures. And I turned my back and looked at the stars. And when they came to me filled with their love and their warmth, I ran. I fled to the stars and to the ends of the universe. It was all so wrong. How do things like that happen to us, Lester?
I don't know, sir.
We were going to be divorced, Helen and I.
Oh?
Stupid idiot.
Or maybe you'll be picked up, Captain. There's lots of spaceships taking off from Earth. Maybe one of them will reach you before you hit the atmosphere.
I dare to hope. We aren't that lucky, Lester. Not many get a second chance.
Well, keep
I
on.
can see you now, Lester. Mother Earth, big and green and rich. Won't be more than a few minutes at this rate. Oh, still something.
Captain, you still there?
Yes, I can feel the friction starting now. I'll burn in a minute. I'll be scattered like ashes all across the land. Funny, that's a useful act, isn't it? To help other things grow.
Well, I don't talk like that, Captain.
I'm sorry, Lester. You're a good man. I hope they rescue you.
Well, I believe you're a good man, Captain.
Maybe, Lester, maybe I am after all.
Oh, you just got a big twisted somewhere, that's all. It wasn't your fault.
No, it wasn't my blame. Funny.
Huh?
I feel a sense of calm now. Almost relief. Did
You ever get out of a cold shower and feel like a new man? Clean and ready for breakfast and a new day? I have a feeling like that. It's a beautiful old earth, Lester. Good to go home. I wonder if anyone will see me.
Come down to the beach tonight?
I don't know. I just wanted to see the ocean and the stars. Are you cold?
No. Mom?
Yes, darling.
When's Dad coming back?
I don't know, Steve. I don't know.
Mom?
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter between you and Dad?
Matter? Oh, nothing to understand.
Don't you love each other?
I suppose in a way we do. It used to be quite different. Long ago, you were a tiny, tiny baby. Your father and I used to come down here and swim at night. I was the first girl he ever loved. And then somehow, something happened. He got frightened or something, and we sort of lost each other.
Oh.
Come here, Steve.
What's wrong, Mom?
Why, just feel a little chill. Perhaps we'd better be getting back. It's almost your bedtime.
Okay, Mom. Mom, look up there. A falling star.
Yes, I see it.
He's so late this way. Did you see it, Louis? Falling star.
Make a wish, son. Make a wish.
You've just heard another adventure into the unknown world of the future. The world of... Someday, in the not-too-distant future, rockets will be leaving almost daily for the moon. Space travel will be a commonplace thing for the physically fit. But what of the others? The ones who've worked and dreamed to make these trips possible. Are they to be denied this greatest of all journeys because they're too old or too weak? Be with us next week as we bring you Robert Heinlein's great story, Requiem. The next text is presented transcribed each week by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with astounding science fiction. Today, Dimension X has presented Kaleidoscope, written for radio by George Lefferts from the story by Ray Bradbury. Featured in the cast were Joe DeSantis as the captain, Leon Janney as Lester, and Joan Alexander as Helen. Your host was...